My name is Joseph Mason. I am a chef, I am a community organizer, and I am a gardener. So gardening has always been something that we've done in our family. My grandparents gardened, my great grandmother gardened. Me and my mother had a garden when I was young, it settled down for a little bit, and it wasn't until I was in my early 20s that I dated a girl who had very serious health conditions, and she wanted to look into growing our own food. And I thought this was very interesting. And so I went full force into it. I started gardening and I started reading materials about gardening. I started reading about different aspects of plant growth, companion planting, all these small integrations, and it just led me into something that was more prominent in my life, more of a passion. Gardening itself presents a challenge. Every year, you start off maybe with a small plot, or you have a big plot, and you plant your vegetables or whatever plants you're growing, flowers, and you see how well they do. And if you don't have a great yield, then you ask yourself, why did I not get as many tomatoes this year? Or why didn't my green beans produce as much this year? And you look at those questions and you start to really focus in and hone in on these particular aspects that would help maybe produce more tomatoes. It all started with that kind of curiosity where, okay, how can I make this bigger? How can I expand this? How can I get more production out of this? So as the production began to grow, I had more produce than I could consume. That led me to wanting to help share it amongst my neighbors, the people that I live with. The Tipton Community Garden is just one of 3 gardens that are sponsored by a nonprofit organization called Kendall Whittier Inc. They have so many different resources within that help within that community, including a food pantry. They have one of the only places in Tulsa that offer mobile pantry services, so they actually will deliver food to people who don't have access to a vehicle or might just be unable to leave their home space. They sponsor 3 gardens, Tipton being one of them. Our goal with the community garden is not only to do outreach with the neighborhood, with the people within the neighborhood, but we want to offer this opportunity of like a space where people can grow. The process of gardening has changed me in such a dramatic way. If you have this big garden, you're gonna have to get up and water every single day. You're gonna have to go out and weed the garden even on the hottest days in the summer. And so it taught me that sense of responsibility. It taught me the nature of consistency, reliability. It taught me all of these different aspects. It's also taught me a lot of how to deal with stress, how to deal with anxiety. The garden is a very quiet place. It's very safe, and it allows me to hone in and focus on one task at a time. It allows me to kind of divert from the busyness in life, even for a temporary 30 minutes to an hour. It gives me a space of peace.